You use them to walk the talk, run for the hills, climb the career ladder, and spend hundreds of dollars dressing them in the latest designs off the assembly line. But when was the last time you sat down and gave them some serious attention? That's right, we're talking about your feet. Many of us neglect or take them for granted. History, though, has not. The ancient Chinese compared the human body to a tree, the feet to its roots, its foundation, and proponents of traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM, believe the health of an aging person deteriorates from their feet up.
For the elderly who has strong feet and no signs of weakness of the leg, will definitely have a better health because the blood circulation system is still functioning well and the nourishment is still able to reach the furthest parts of the body.
Feet are the furthest from the heart, and experts say they reflect whether a person's healthy or not. Podiatrist Tay Tsen-Waye explains this is due to how well blood is circulated to the feet. For instance, autoimmune diseases such as diabetes and rheumatoid arthritis often present first in the foot, and seeing a foot health practitioner once symptoms appear can prevent complications.
In conditions such as diabetes, we'll often see an increase in fungal infections in the feet. We'll often see maybe a swelling or a discoloration of the foot. Also, a lot of the pain in the feet will come from kind of a reduction in health. A very good study showed that heart disease often presents first as a foot pain.
Stroll into a TCM clinic and you're likely to see a rainbow-coloured chart with lines linking different parts of the foot to various organs. Ms. Chan explains the diagram illustrates the vital energy channels in the body.
The meridian lines can link the feet to the top of our head, and they also passes through various organ systems. So that's why the various points of the feet, when we press it, it's able to reach the different parts of our bodies.
When assessing a person's health, TCM physicians usually examine the characteristics of the foot, including its shape, skin color, and toenails. They'll also check one's pulse, tongue, and medical history before making a diagnosis.
Those who have yellowish skin tone appear on the specific sections of the feet which represent the digestion system. Then we will know that that person may be having some digestion problems. Besides, we also check the feet whether is there any skin problems, skin disease, or water retentions. Those who have skin disease may mean that the immune system is weaker. And for those who have water retentions, so it might mean that they may have some circulation problems.
Ms. Chan and Mr. Maiden say common foot problems include pain around the ankle, heel, toes, and joints. Patients also have bunions, gout, fungal infections, and ingrown toenails. The causes are often linked to diet, climate, and lifestyle. Sport too can cause long-term injuries, putting excessive stress on the muscles of the feet. Physiologist Ray Lowe warns against over-exercising.
Most of them, if you see, it's weekend warriors where you don't do a lot of training, and then suddenly you come in and then you start doing something which is more than what you can do, and these are most of the people who actually get injured pretty easily.
Still, patients are coming in too late for treatment. Many suffer for years, ignoring the pain in their feet, a signal something is wrong.
The first things is that you might find that your legs, your calf will get tightened up, you get calf injuries, ankles injuries, and then you start to affect your knees. Because of the alignments itself, you have a knee pain and all kind of things itself, and then slowly you creep up and go and start to affect your hips itself and the back and your lower back itself.
Mr. Maiden says a lack of awareness stops people from seeking help earlier. Another reason, embarrassment about their ugly feet.
If they have large bunions, if they have overlapping toes, if they have very thick toenails, people get very embarrassed about these conditions. They'll often choose to wear socks or wear shoes continually.
Prevention is still the best cure. Caring for the feet starts at home, eating well, getting plenty of sleep, and exercising. Learning to cut one's toenails properly is no mean feat either.
We often see many children coming in clinic who've either been ripping toenails or parents have been cutting them too short. So I like to see the nail cut in a straight line with very smooth filed edges on it. Now, if we learn these good habits as a child, by the time you get to the latter years, you're less likely to get issues from it.
Even having your gait analysed can improve mobility, taking a load off the feet.
So if the measurements is actually out from the norms itself, it could be some of the reasons that, due to tightness of your muscles or due to some bad habits of your moving gaits that put more stress onto the joint areas itself and causing pain or causing increase the risk of injuries over that area itself.
Wearing proper shoes are essential too. They protect the feet and support the rest of the body.
There's certainly no shortage of shoes to choose from these days for any occasion, in any colour, shape and height. But podiatrists say you should also consider function, such as comfort, weight and arch support. Even deciding when to shop for your shoes can make a difference, since your feet expand during the day as you move around. And while I'm here, could I try these in a 39, please?
Mr. Maiden lists 3 requirements for finding a comfortable pair.
If the shoe is light, I know that it's going to put a lot less stress on the legs over the course of the day. My second point, which I love, is some kind of fastening slightly higher up the foot. This will stop the foot sliding around, but also give more control to the midfoot. And then the other is kind of enough space inside it to put a kind of an insole or an insert.
A slight heel, nothing more than 2 inches, is also recommended.
This is a very common misconception here in Singapore, where we tend to see a lot of ballet flats. So we want to have a small heel there because that reduces the stress on the back of the calf muscle. So also a reduction in injury types.
For men's business shoes, Mr. Maiden suggests laces for better stability.
We're looking at a rubber sole rather than a leather sole, so you get a little bit more shock absorption. They're quite deep in here, which gives you more control for the ankle.
Sizing up the foot's correct dimensions is key too. People often buy shoes that are too small.
So when we put the shoe on, we want to be able to get the small pinky finger down the back, and then that's a very good indication. And then if you're feeling at the front, you want to be able to feel the tip of the second toe or the first toe, depending on the longest toe.
Hundreds of years ago in China, small dainty feet symbolized beauty. Women would bind their feet to attract suitors. Wisdom prevailed when the practice was banned, but look no further than the high heel, still worn centuries later and centimeters higher as statements of status, fashion and eroticism, perhaps proving we still walk a thin line between style and sensibility.